Weekday mornings from 6 to 9, Monday to Fridays.
The Morning Mix.
LifeSave guarantees the growth of an individual's savings over a period of time. With guaranteed 8.5% compound interest rates per year, making your money work for you has never been this easy. SMS LifeSave to 31844. LifeSave, underwritten by Trusco Life.
Every day we bring you the hottest music. The ultimate music. Yes! What's up, everybody? Some outrageous conversations.
I know a few alleged drug dealers.
This is not a drug conversation.
And I'm not.
This was.
No drugs lender will be accepted.
Do not come play snitch here on the show. Disclaimer: I don't know anything about drugs. I don't know any drug dealers. I just want to talk about witchcraft.
Let's get to the real thing. The Morning Mix on Informanté Radio. The sound for a new age.
The views and opinions expressed on the radio program by the guests, advertisers, news bulletins, call-in listeners or chatters are solely the views and opinions of the source who express them. They do not necessarily reflect the opinions and the views of Trusco Group International, the broadcast regulators in Namibia, or that of the Informanté radio station.
This is Informanté Radio, the sound for a new age.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9, Monday to Fridays.
The Morning Mix.
Just give me your heart, I won't make it break. Just give me your heart, I won't make it break.
Streets are pretty empty. My heart used to be full. I would like to feel again what I felt with you. Happy, 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 happy. Come on, my love, show me how to feel again. Come on, my love, you know me. I want to live again. We used to be so perfect. Something really changed. My eyes are full of tears. Do I still make you happy?
Just open your heart, nikupokaga. Yakulu kiremeti chomu ya jomalade. Just open your heart, nikupokaga. Yakulu kiremeti chomu ya jomalade. Tambula momenti timu, mumuno kalira. Erera momenti timu, mumuno kadira. Yekuno chipwe, yekuno chidira. Siranjo chimpuyo, fit me, siranjo chipuira. Just open your heart, nikupokana. Nikulu kiremeti chomu ya jomalade. Just open your heart, nikupokana. Nikulu kiremeti chomu ya jomalade.
Loving local music as always on Informanté Radio. It is Liz Ellis featuring Gazlam. This one is titled Happy. Good morning and welcome to the morning mix on Informanté Radio. What?
Huh?
What?
Is that the song?
Yes, it's Liz Ellis and Gaza. Yeah.
Oh, wow, it's a Liz Ellis.
Let's spell with Liz Ellis.
Yeah, young, my piano's taking over.
She's versatile.
I like it's a mixture of sort of that Gazlam sound and then that Liz Ellis sound and then that Ama piano. It sounds pretty cool.
Wow, okay,
yeah.
okay.
All right, so good morning, guys. How was the weekend?
The weekend was tiring.
Tiring.
That's a great word.
It's tiring.
I can tell.
Maros would be so obvious. There's no other way.
Yeah, no. Now we enjoy being in the show, even though none of us are really in the mood for the day to day. Yeah, we enjoy being here. All right, guys. Let's get the formalities out of the way before we start chit-chatting to some of the guys and, of course, chewing on some of the big news from the weekend.
Yeah.
We'd first take a look at the coronavirus numbers for Namibia. We recorded one more death over the weekend, so our death toll currently stands at 134. The total caseload is 13,211, 11,605 of whom have recovered, all right? Currently, our active cases, that's the word, stand at 1,432. So that number keeps coming down, and I can't wait for it to come.
The hundreds, huh?
Yeah, to come down to below 1,000.
I wonder if they put in my statistic as a recovery.
It's your coronavirus.
Because I swear I had it.
I
had it.
Yeah.
This self-diagnosis of you guys.
They should put me as a recovery. Sit net in a bed daar so asseblief. Recovered.
All right. Some of the other big news from the weekend, of course, most of the big networks in the U.S. and around the world calling the race in favor of Joe Biden. That is the presidential race in America. There are still 3 states with results that haven't been called yet. That would be North Carolina, where Trump is leading, Georgia, where Biden is leading, and Alaska, where Trump is also ahead in the votes. But Joe Biden has achieved the required 270 electoral college votes to, win him the presidency. As it stands at 290. And Trump's still standing at the 214 we left him on Friday.
I love the fact that Trump is not conceding. I like for him to fight this thing.
It's a way.
You know why? Because as much as I hate this man, he keeps me entertained. I want him to be dragged out by the Secret Service on the 20th of January. I'm not going. Tell these people I'm the rightful president of the United States. You're doing wrong. We need to run this over again. I don't want him to stop this. I want him to fight it, entertain me every day, make a fool of yourself every day.
I don't think it's gonna come down to that, right? I think
you have no idea what this man is capable of.
No, I think he's got time to reflect.
No, look. Technically, Trump can run again in 2024.
Yes, he can.
Because he has one more term.
Yes.
So, I mean, if he thinks he got more votes than probably any other Republican candidate in history, even though he lost.
No, you're right.
So, I mean, if you look at that might be sort of a catalyst to think that, okay, maybe we can have a run at it again in 2024. But then, of course, if you burn all those bridges now by refusing to leave the White House, I doubt there's another way back into politics for him.
I don't think he'll get the Republican vote to run again ever, because you need to remember a lot of Republicans voted Democrat.
Yeah, but then a lot more Republicans than have voted for anybody else voted for him.
Because they knew people were galvanized to get him out. So his support base. Because you need to remember that also they lost 3 states. Biden flipped 3 states.
Yeah.
But obviously the people in support of, not necessarily Biden, I don't like to say that, anti-Trump supporters were so galvanized that his support base had to step up to keep him in office. That's why we're seeing the numbers we did. I mean, also, forget his numbers. Just in general, these are the highest number of votes ever in the history of the USA. So
that's what I mean by, he managed to bring out more Republican voters in areas where even some of the most popular Republican candidates or presidents couldn't bring those kind of numbers out. It's interesting. Like the next couple of months until the 22nd. When is the inauguration? The 20th?
22nd of
January.
Yeah. Because the challenge would be he would have to first try to run as a Republican contender.
Yes, the Republican primaries.
Yes, and I really, for the most part, I really don't think it's going to get lucky again.
From what we have seen over the past 5 years, I honestly wouldn't be surprised by anything anymore. But then also, because even like I was saying, his enablers in the Senate.
Yeah.
Most of whom everybody thought were going to lose their seats held on to their seats. So this idea of Trumpism being rebuked by the American people is not maybe as true as we thought it was.
I just think that the reason why he obviously got more votes than any other Republican is for the same reason that we say it's for the first time that that base of Americans that we know have basically been stuck in a little attic with their racist rhetoric. It's the first time that they could ever come out of that attic and say,
I hate this
goddamn, we're going to go vote for Trump.
Yeah.
So for the first goddamn time they came out, and they really came out of their trailer to go and vote for goddamn Trump. And it's for the first time that old Negroes who never thought that their vote in Detroit would ever make a difference came out and voted for Biden. And that is why I think on both sides
they were fine people.
They were galvanized. So, but I do see a guy like Mitt Romney might just step back into the fray because he's the one Republican that decided to go against the grain of following, especially after the Ukraine debacle, who decided that I'm going to go against Trump. So if the Republicans really want to rid themselves of this yoke of Donald Trump, he just might the guy that might step back into the fray again.
But will they be able to? Because remember, Trump still has a lot of influence with the Republican voters.
No, you're right.
And remember, the Senate races, I think there's going to be a runoff for Georgia or something in January.
Yeah, there's going to be a runoff.
And they're definitely going to need Trump in their corner to help them hold on to that seat, because that would mean that they hold on to the majority in the Senate.
That's if he's not in jail.
No, he's still president by then.
No, I'm saying, you're saying coming back. It's if he's not in jail.
I mean 2024. Yeah, 2024 he might be in prison.
He's got
That
like
is also
6, 7,
true.
8 lawsuits waiting for him.
Yeah,
obviously they couldn't do anything while he was a sitting president.
That's also true.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying, is he wants to hold on to the presidency long enough not to go to jail.
Yeah.
To the detriment of Melania.
But that
but Melania tweeted in support of him.
Yeah, of course. She has to.
What is she going to say?
What do you expect her to do?
All right, we're going to continue tracking this one. There is definitely going to be some entertainment value, like Neville pointed out in the beginning.
Leave the guy alone. Let him
whatever may happen.
Yeah.
He was on the golf course when people were calling the race in favor of
when the results
Joe
came
Biden. Donald. All right. I think that's enough about U.S. politics for now. When you know what Biden has.
Yeah, the important thing is we have first, can I call it woman of color, Asian American in the whole history of America, female vice president. And then obviously Kamala Harris.
Kalama Harris.
And then we have, and I mean, there's nothing conventional about her. I mean, her family makeup is non-conventional, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
Because I think she represents. I mean, most people that go into whether it's the VP or whether it's the president, they have this very traditionalist way. They're married. Okay, Obama maybe not so much. I mean Trump. I mean, he was on his third wife.
Yeah.
Melania is like.
He's gonna go through another messy divorce with America.
He probably will. He really will.
Ooh, Dory.
I never liked her anyway.
I never liked her.
You know, like something of interest though. Now that you bring up Kamala Harris. Joe Biden did mention, I remember, during the primaries that he would probably only serve for one term. Which means there's a strong possibility that she's going to be the Republican leader come 2024 and probably their presidential candidate. That should be interesting.
It happened years ago after the guy that, because Nixon, he resigned. I think he was 3 years in.
He resigned because he was getting impeached.
He resigned because of he was facing impeachment. Yes, so he resigned, and then obviously his VP took over, and then and then he tried to run, and I think he got it, but he only stayed in office for one term. His VP.
Lyndon Johnson, or what
Lyndon Johnson. Yeah, Lyndon Johnson. I think he only served one term.
Yeah, he only served one term, but I think he served two after because. Nixon did 3 years, and then he stepped in as president for 2 years, and then I think he ran and won.
Oh, okay.
As the president, and then but only did one term. So it's very.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very possible that it will happen.
Back then, I wasn't that interested in American politics.
None of us. I think most of us only got interested by Bill Clinton. I have never had sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah.
That's when and then obviously
we
George
started paying
Bush
attention. And then Obama, of course, brought all of us out.
Of course. Yeah. No, but even George Bush was quite interesting. Junior, obviously.
GW.
Yeah. George W.
George W. Bush.
Yeah, and then Trump, and now here we are.
Yep.
It's sad, man.
Trump's America. All right, let's move on to some other sad news. In football results from the weekend. Neville, maybe before we break your heart, because praat eers bietjie oor die tennis van die naweek. NTA tournament.
Yeah, no, the NTA tournament, once again, it was quite a big success. I think well over 88 junior players from all over the country took part.
Are there that many tennis players in Namibia?
Oh, there's a lot of tennis players in Namibia at the moment. And the thing is, it's a game that is really growing from grassroots level. You have junior players from all walks of life. From Katutura, Komastal, Swakopmund, KZMund, everywhere, uptown, downtown, everybody is playing tennis at this moment in time.
Yeah.
And
it's the ultimate social distancing sport.
And I think also the level of support from the parents and the general public has really been good. We had the opportunity for the first time to live stream some of the games on Saturday. And once again, it was highly, highly competitive. Amongst the junior players, it was very difficult to actually outright say which player or players will be walking away, with the titles. So some mixed results, but it's good for tennis.
Yeah.
Luckily, this time around for me, I didn't have to.
You didn't have a horse in the race?
Yeah, I didn't. I had no horse in the race because my daughter was
nursing an injury. She's doing well?
She's doing okay, but
right.
It was just one of those things that take a step back from tennis.
That's good. She needs a break as well. She can't play every tournament. Right.
So give it to me.
Let's take a look at some of the football results from the weekend. In a pretty shocking performance at Goodison Park. It's called Goodison Park. Ne?
Goodison Park, yeah.
Yes. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Red Devils managed to
before-
beat Everton 3-1.
Before Estomish correct you again,
Ule.
what did she say? What is the guy's real
Ule.
Ule.
Let him try and say my name first, and then we can talk.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, United beating Everton 3-1, high-flying Everton at that. Interesting result. That was Saturday night. Crystal Palace leads United 4-1. Chelsea beating Sheffield United 4-1 as well. Chelsea are really seeming to find their form. All right. West Ham United also getting away with a 1-0 win against Fulham at home. Moving over to Spain, Barcelona in action on Saturday night as well. They beat Real Betis by 5-2. All right, please now don't touch it. And then Sevilla beat Osasuna 1-0. Atletico Madrid ran over Cadiz with 4-0. Yeah, that was the final score.
If you give me the Atletico result, I always want to know who scored.
Beat Ghanet.
Because I'm still very peed off with the fact that Suarez left Barca. So if he scores, I feel good about it.
Joao Felix, Marcos Llorente, Luis Suarez, Joao Felix.
Oh,
Yes.
Suarez Maclal.
I net.
Pistola.
Yeah. At least Messi also got his goal from open play this weekend. So interesting. I mean,
How many did he score?
He scored twice. He scored a penalty and then he scored from open play. Griezmann also got a goal after missing a penalty.
Finally.
And Ansu picked up an injury which will rule him out for the next 3 months.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
That is some sad news. All right. In Deutschland, Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich, their classic on Saturday night as well. Bayern narrowly escaping with a 3-2 win. Dortmund were quite wasteful in that match. All right, those are actually the important games from Saturday. Lost maar for Italy and France, but never only from Italy and France. Last night, Tottenham beating West Bromwich Albion 1-0 in the English Premier League. Leicester City also beating Wolverhampton Wanderers by 1-0. Liverpool and Manchester City played to a stalemate, 1-1 draw. Pretty fair result, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Aston Villa grabbing a surprise win at the Emirates Stadium, beating Arsenal 3-0. Neville, please explain this.
Praat jy met my?
Ek praat met jou. Verduidelik wat het aangegaan daar.
Praat jy met my?
Yeah. Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, let's move on. Never will you respond for what?
No. It's better to face a problem head on and discuss it.
But Aston Villa has been playing really well this season. My span is terug in the league.
Cubase. I said to myself, after Aston Villa beat Liverpool, 7-2 or whatever, I looked at, just the type of football that they were playing. And I said to Horace, who's also an Arsenal supporter, after we beat Man United last weekend, I said to Horace, watch how we F this up against Aston Villa this week. Because that number 10 of Aston Villa, I don't know what is his name.
I didn't watch any football this weekend.
My broer, Daimanikine, even with the first goal, he's such a creative player that he just bamboozled our backline, and it was a screamer that I think the number 7 scored or whatever. Long story short, Arsenal, you can't trust Arsenal as a team. They blow hot and cold.
Inconsistent.
And I think Tottenham is the one team that seems to be having, consistency or sort of have traction at the moment. We just might go and beat them.
Ten minste staan julle nie op nummer 14.
That's true, yeah. Ooh, right. We'll see how it goes. There's, of course, international break for the next 2 weeks.
I thank you.
Before we are back with league football, domestic football.
Thank you.
Some of the results from Spain last night: Villarreal beating Getafe 3-1. Real Sociedad beating Granada 2-0. Athletic Bilbao losing to Valladolid 2-1. And Real Madrid conceding 3 penalties and losing the game 4-1 to Valencia.
Mooi man.
Come on, boy.
Kijk, gaan man.
Hoe kom mooi away?
Dat is klaar.
They're also doing well so far this season, but in any case, they've been blowing hotter and colder than Arsenal so far. All right, in the Serie A, Juventus drew 1-1 against Lazio. Inter drew 1-1 against Atalanta. I guess those are the big boys from
Zlatan missed the penalty again.
AC Milan, Hellas Verona 2-2. You actually went and watched some Italian
I
Serie
was
A?
sitting here now.
Oh.
Yes, I was sitting with Maria and I was watching. There you go.
I was just about to say they drew 2-2.
Yeah, they drew 2-2. Zlatan missed the penalty.
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't watch any football at all.
Yesterday I
this
watched
weekend.
Liverpool and Man
Oh, you
City.
watched Liverpool?
And City, yeah. Yeah, 1-1.
Kind of way matara shimbere nambara ne inakusho why. But there's
a lot of soccer watching, ne? Right.
And I'm telling you, I don't know. I just had a bad sporting weekend. The All Blacks also lost against Australia in rugby, even though it's just 2 points. But yeah.
Yeah, and Lewis Hamilton.
No, there was no
Formula One. Oh, okay. And Faf du Plessis.
Okay, stop, stop that. What you are trying is not gonna work. Yeah, I know you try to get into, you be trying to be very versatile.
Yes,
but
lost net.
You just said rugby there. That's basically what you just did.
Yeah, it's rugby.
Yeah.
Eres van Caro Duras.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, let's check out what's happening in the VAR here. Comment section. This is known by you guys. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the show. Great to have you on board. Vroeg op 'n maandagoggend. Shora, I saw you were the very first person to jump into the comments before all these top fans even rocked up. Thank you. Thank you for being that committed to the morning mix. Dankie gouses. Blue Monday. Mense se kinders sal vandag net sit en lees. Life of a teacher on a Monday.
Yeah,
like, sit there and read chapter 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a couple of good mornings also. A couple of new names here. Okay. Inombande Joshua is saying, good morning, mix crew. Good morning, mix crew. It always confuses me when they do that. Good morning, mix crew, I guess.
Anya Vanil.
Yeah. What a lovely morning. Shout out to the Liverpool fans. Yeah. What Anya has said?
It was Mr. Dro.
Good morning, Maria. And the gender who betrayed Jesus. As no kama ons no.
I did so.
I might use that line again. I like it. Thank you.
Good
the
morning.
gender that betrayed Jesus.
Yeah. Versus the gender that betrayed Samson. Dankie Gau says, lady in a red dress and gent in a red shirt.
Yeah.
What's the occasion?
Yeah.
Manchester and Barca won. Oh, can't you see? It's reddish color. Marias was a Manchester fan. Anyway, Bradley Bokovic, Neville, maybe you got COVID. That was caused by Aston Villa on Sunday. Shora Kawenji, now Q-Man, is there no sports news today? I just want to hear what Uncle Neville has to say. Yeah, that was before, of course, we got into the sports. The Villa is a problem. That Villa is a problem. Jack Grealish, I think, is the number 10 you were talking about. You can ask the mighty, you will never walk alone. Jan Jane, remember, he now has 97% approval amongst Republicans. He will win the primary with ease if he decides to run in 2024. Republicans is a Trump party, or the Republican Party is a Trump party. As Romney said, Trump is a 900-pound gorilla. Yeah.
I think things are about to turn around.
If he's facing a lot of litigation, especially with his taxes and some of this stuff,
they need to go for him.
Yeah, then I don't think he's going to remain in politics. But if they leave him alone, Trump is not going to go anywhere.
No, he's not going to go anywhere.
And I mean, but already the past 2 years have been building up a case against him. They couldn't do anything about it. But I mean, I think Biden got asked the question, and he said He's not going to get involved. He doesn't think it would
He's
would
lying.
set a good precedent. No, he said it wouldn't set a good precedent if he gets directly involved in those affairs. But he will let the justice system run it.
They all say that.
So he didn't want to chant lock him up.
I think in all fairness, I think Biden knows he needs to he's going to lead. He's leading a very divided in terms of support base, divided nation. So he's going to try and mitigate those factors. And if he comes for Trump directly, it's not gonna go down well for him. So I think for the most part he'll stay out of it. But he doesn't need to do anything. The guys are busy with their investigations.
Yeah.
He just needs to steer clear, and I think he will.
But this guy has been Teflon for a while. I'm telling you, like I wouldn't be surprised if he comes
Cat
out
of
of
9
this
lives.
whole thing unscathed.
Yes,
Like what the hell, man?
He's a cat with 9 lives, I tell you. Ach.
Rob Vera is saying, "Môre julle kan maar aangaan. Ek's moeg. Naweek was baie lekker.
Ja, nee.
It was Zuka, your birthday weekend. I hope you did enjoy yourself. Asino Kambikiti Maria, you were supposed to go play golf with old Trump just to comfort him.
I considered it.
When they announced the result, I was thinking to myself, the hardest job in the world right now is that guy who has to walk up to him and go tell him, Mr. President, you lost. They have called the race in favor of Joe Biden.
You won't tell him you lost. It's like there was rigging.
Yeah, you'll
golf
club. You were correct.
Rivaldo Ronaldinho April. Luister, ek weet is maandagoggend, but you know the way that you're using words here on this show on a Monday morning is not appreciated. Okay?
What did he call you?
Yeah, nee. He said Dion Hotto was abusing Kaizer Chiefs players yesterday. I'm a Kaizer Chiefs supporter. I know Dion Hotto is a Namibian. I was very conflicted. Hey man, Dion Hotto, ne? Top.
Is he really that good?
No, he's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a hard worker.
He's good.
That's good.
He's not very
He's
skillful.
an attack or is he on?
He's an attacking player.
Yeah.
But he's very, very good. He's partly Heroto. Where are you gonna throw? Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You know the partly heroes are tough.
Yeah.
The fully heroes like the Picapitas are, but the partly heroes are tough. All right, thank you, guys. What can be done about the crime rate in Havana? It's rising per day.
Yeah.
Guys, like, I had maybe I should call it disappointing, because last night, right, I wake up like at maybe 2:30 or so. My neighbors are rowdy, bro. Like it's Sunday, like that is basically Monday morning, and the party is still going on strong. So ek is mos no nar to besluit, man, I'm gonna lay a formal complaint. I'm gonna call 10-111, which is our emergency number. Twice I called that number, it's not being picked up, which got me thinking. I mean, this is.
What if they don't know?
This is 2 a.m. This could have been this could have been somebody in my yard.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to call the cops. This could have been somebody in the house. I mean, it could have been a house burning. It could have been anything. For them to not answer, and then also not even bother calling back, maybe to try and inquire what the problem was.
Yeah.
I don't know if they even have the ability to do
Maybe
that.
we should put it to the test. Yeah.
Yeah, like an emergency number.
That nobody picks
Really?
up.
That nobody picks up?
Like when you dial 911, it's picked up within 5 seconds.
Exactly.
I hope, man.
So yeah, I had to go deal with the situation myself.
You
outside.
could have been dead.
Yes. No, but I mean, it wasn't a life or death
I'm
situation
saying.
in this case.
No,
but
it could have been if it was.
it could have been. It could have been anything.
They don't know that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, like, since somebody brought up the crime issue, I just wanted to throw
that's
that
very
in there.
disappointing.
Yeah, it was a huge disappointment. Yeah, 10-111.
Obviously, the biggest talking point in the last 24 hours is the statement that was made by retired Major General Martin Shalley.
What statement?
Yeah, context. Context. Take him off.
I didn't have the statement in front of me. Okay. But obviously,
ballpark it.
Long story short, General Shalley, I believe there was a SWAPO rally in Okahanya, where General Shalley said that whoever started a political party after leaving SWAPO, these people must be, their throats must be slit. Okay? Yeah, we must just kill them. Finish and clear. So
What were his exact words?
I still remember the video, but okay, there was a statement that came out where he basically said that it was just a figure of speech. He did not mean that he literally is going to kill people. But then again, I saw a message or a statement by Mandela Kapere, who says, SWAPO, I don't like to read long stories, man. Maria likes reading.
Okay, let me quickly read it.
Yeah.
Mandela Kapere writes, I just finished listening to the Martin Shalley clip, and it's unfortunate that he made such a statement, regardless of the context it was meant in. SWAPO is a signatory of the ECN Elections Code of Conduct, which outlines the climate within which we should conduct elections in our young republic. The words uttered by General Shalley run contrary to the fundamental ethos of espoused within the code. It is more unfortunate that these remarks come just the week after SWAPO Party SG directed all regions and central committee members to abide by the code in letter and spirit, and further that they come from a man who sacrificed his youth to advance. Okay, but I will just came from a man who sacrificed his youth to advance the liberties we enjoy today in a free and democratic Namibia. Comrade Shalley is expected to be the first amongst us to defend the civil liberties of Namibians without resorting to such polarizing language. We are in an election cycle, and we all have and do use colorful language on the campaign trail. Unfortunately, General Shalley's remarks overshoot the mark of what constitutes colorful political rhetoric. And then, okay, just to end it off, he says, I use this occasion to remind SWAPO members that our policies in respect to our political values are well known and spelled out in our political program, constitution, and the years of commitment to create an open democracy and viable Namibian society. Even if we take General Shalley by his word and accept that his words were an attempt to use figurative language to drive a political point, they unfortunately, in my view, cross a line that is indefensible, considering the fact that we remain a deeply fragmented post-colonial society that has emerged from protracted war and ended within some of our lifelines. I know General Shalley to be a principled, fair, and no-nonsense character of a man. I do hope that he will make an unconditional retraction of those remarks so as to remove any strain from his strong record of service to the Namibian people. You know what I like about Kapere? Hey, Wareni.
Yeah.
He will always take, and I know this man personally because he was my head boy in high school. But something about Kapere, and this was always evident even in high school, he's very principled. It's not about who you are, what position you are, which team you're playing for. Wrong is wrong, right is wrong, right is right, wrong is wrong, wrong should be called out, and he will call you out regardless of political affiliation and support base. And that's one thing I've seen continuously with him. And I think also I think he also spoke up, I remember, on the fish rot issue when he said, the SWAPO, unfortunately, we do have a lot of work to do because we are being tainted and so forth. I mean, he just speaks. Yeah. And I just hope, unfortunately, when people are this vocal, it generally means they don't have a long political life. The lifespan is short. Because you will get etchaskop. People don't like people that are vocal and also just speak up on principles. They don't like principled people, unfortunately. That's politics, the name of politics.
In an unprincipled party. You want one principled people.
Exactly, of course. I think that's any party, though. Yes. It's politics. So I sincerely hope that nothing happens to him and that he will have a long life in politics. Because we need people like that.
It is kind of irresponsible for the former general to make statements like that.
Even if you...
It can't be justified, like you said.
Use it as a metaphor, whatever you did. Not all of us out there as supporters understand English in the literal sense or in the metaphoric sense. A lot of people take it literal.
Yes.
So I just think that, and there was a statement that he released saying that, yeah, it was just a figure of speech. But still, I just think that, we should not have done that.
You could have picked better
So what,
words.
did he say slaughter or did he say...
He said that because the
You can
guy
was op social media hierin nou weer.
die ou wat getolk het, the guy was, what I can remember of the clip, because somebody told the guy who was busy talking, Popia, talk,
No.
say what the guy is saying, say, Toroka, and the guy said, no, he said slaughter, cut their throats or something.
Slaughter like goats for Christmas, apparently. Yeah, no, it's, I mean, already
they
a
must not
country...
be shot. They must be slaughtered.
Yeah, I mean,
Even says that.
already in a, like, violent society,
Yeah.
even if it's not a nice figure of speech. I mean, these things really are happy. People are really getting slaughtered. You know what I mean? So you can't even use it as a figure of speech. And also to say that, and I guess it's what Mandela is saying. I mean, our democracy allows for, we're a multi-party system.
Yeah.
And competition is good. It's healthy. It's needed. So for the fact that you think anybody that goes and starts a party should be slaughtered is just...
I don't understand this country anymore.
Look,
Look,
not this country. Our country. Don't sound like an African American. It's
No,
only
thi-
African Americans who refer to their own country as this country.
no, but this is my country as well.
Yeah, now
Why
keep
can't I
on
say
saying
this
my
country?
country.
Man,
Then you must say my
Makisaki.
country.
I'm Makisaki. My point is, the president had to apologize for saying, I will remember. Or what was the word?
Did he apologize though to the
No.
white
I
community?
mean, there
were
was
demands.
there was an outcry, demands that he had to apologize. This man calls for people to be slaughtered like goats, and we just move on. And this is a former general.
No.
Wow. I comment.
Lees
Yes,
gou
my
jou
comments. Go.
ander ding is, I'll find that video here. It's very short.
Stanley John Higuam. Maybe the general was suffering from a withdrawal syndrome, auditory hallucinations. Who knows? Moro Maria Tikhun. Tikhuro.
Ai, Maria
is Tikhun?
Tikhun.
What is that?
Is my goeie. My tametjie. Tikhunjie.
Avondre Karumba saying those guys are only good at driving around and giving tickets to people for nothing. Sir, your tire is flat. Oh, city police. Not my handwriting. How Ender Herrera died, a PSG player? Okay. It said there's no top fan plus one. What does that mean?
Bachiti.
Does that mean you are a top fan? Or I don't, I'm seeing this tag for the first time here. All right, Asino Kambikiti is saying that team Chiefs, it continues to grow me gray hair.
I'm done with Chiefs.
Ja.
Dion Chimsizel sê as jy nie die video kry, jy kan dit vir jou stuur, gee net die nommer.
Nee, ek het die video.
Chemise. Moro me bro SJ Babalas. That's a mandag. You guys are actually you're slower than everybody else.
Speaking of the week, het Ro toe 'n koek vir ons gebring.
Waar? Ro is net useless. Finish and
Ek het vir
klaar.
ons koek gebring en
Yeah, why are we even talking to him?
I said and he's gonna move. Weekend was
Ek het die
heavy.
video.
Okay.
Applause.
What the heck?
Copia.
Such people of such characters who would stand today and speak on behalf of the party and later be traders of the party and later establish new political organization. They must excuse us on earth.
He tried to soften it up. Don't shoot them.
But he's elaborating his own words because na kaleha di power. And that's even worse if you understand the language. Na kaleha va di power is like they must always be killed. Like not a once off, and there's nothing figurative about what he said, by the way. So that's a straight message. Na kaleha di power, they must be killed. Every time somebody does it, they must be killed. That's what he's saying. Killed doesn't matter if they're shot. He's not elaborating how they should be killed. But that's what he's saying. Na kaleha va di power.
Yo.
So it's actually even that's why it sounds worse in Shivamo. Like I said, there's nothing figurative about that. We don't. Our language doesn't have figure of speeches for statements.
There's no gray areas in your language.
No.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's the political climate we are living in. And
that's unacceptable.
It's Trumpism.
It's unacceptable, and if they don't hold him accountable for this, then
he's already retired.
No, they should hold him accountable. He's still a party member. He's still, and I think at some point, if SAPO wants to be serious, it's just a problem they can't, because if you start expelling them, you're going to have to expel everybody, because everybody can just say what they want, and there's never accountability.
Can I quickly read what the general's response is?
Yeah, sure, please.
The purpose of the rally was to canvass votes for my party and to encourage my fellow party members not to be intimidated by the opposition parties or individuals with no clear program and principles except for discrediting the SWAPO party. In my statement, I used figurative speech in terms of politically defeating our political opponents at the ballot box by cutting off their throats, amongst others. This figurative speech should be seen in the context of a democratic political campaign in which opponents are fighting for votes. Cutting off the head of the snake or cutting an enemy's throat are proverbial expressions used in our African languages all the time.
Nope.
Same as saying somebody is a zombie doesn't mean that they had physically died and came back as a living dead. We all understand that it's figurative speech. Political opportunists want to use the symbolic language I've used to make it appear that it was some form of declaration of physical harm to fellow Namibians who are political opponents. It says more about them than me. Last sentence. As a person who dedicated a large part of my life to the liberation of my country and fellow citizens, it will be ludicrous to assume that I will be the very person advocating for the harm of the very same people I had dedicated my life to serve and defend. The statement made in Okanja must be seen in its proper context. Suggesting otherwise is a pathetic attempt at scoring cheap political points.
He's pathetic. He's pathetic.
Okay.
Who does that? No accountability in this country. That's a problem. That's very irritating.
I do not understand
the
Neville's country anymore.
Yeah, that's verkeerd. Right is right, wrong is wrong. That was wrong.
Wat sê die mense?
Is bietjie swaar om
He's biting his tongue again.
Op 'n maandagoggend, guys, why do you keep doing this to me? Anja van Neel, kom ek lees my comment. Someone wrote that speech for General Shali. Yeah, but I'm also sure.
No, I think he was speaking off the cuff, was he not?
Do we have Oshiwambo speech writers here in Namibia?
No, I think his
speech was generally in Oshiwambo.
Yeah, he was speaking off the cuff.
Yeah, Kanjero said, man, we can't keep blaming SWAPO for such stupid people. SWAPO have no such policy, and Shali is not SWAPO. He is just a member. Well, then why doesn't Swapo call him out? Kanjeho, why don't you guys call him out for saying something which is clearly wrong? Oh!
Long.
Oh, longer.
No. I guess I'm half humbled this morning. This is clearly wrong. Yes. Unless you guys are agreeing with him. Yeah. Anyway, Dion Chimsizal, also AR already wrote a letter to the former general asking him to withdraw before the 9th. This letter came from their lawyers, Kadila Amomo, and the Inspector General was CC'd.
I saw that legal letter somewhere in the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Right. So Doris D saying Cubase, a single follower can have 2 badges, which will come as +1. Also, top fan plus 1 other badge also. Understood. Castro Paul, it's very reckless for a public figure to talk about slaughtering political opponents. What if some unhinged nutcase out there actually decides to slaughter people now?
In his name?
Yes, Martin Shali must be dealt with. Braji Gontep, I don't hear any Damara or Herero laughter within that crowd. No wonder it's such a joke. So in what language were they laughing?
Yeah, please tell us in what language were they laughing? So who's a hero laughter? But
it's Mina Bambu. Lachen ke no Shibambu.
Jay lachen installments. Dion Chimsizal, no Maria, you missed the part where he said Navatetwe ominino.
Ooh, cut their throats.
Just get the video and listen nicely.
No, I'll get it. Must send it to me. Yeah, that means cut their throats.
Yeah, their throats must be cut. Yeah. And the people are laughing and clapping hands. Such things. That's, the party for you. Hey, Shamshot. Shaiman Shylock, guys, let's talk about the 4 Namibians who died at the hands of Botswana's defense force.
Yes, I wanted to talk about that.
What exactly happened there?
So, 3 fishermen, is it 3 or 4? 3, but they're all from the same household.
Ne?
They were seen, apparently, the Chobe River pulling out their canoe. They're fishermen. And they just shot them. So I think 4 guys shot. One is a Zimbabwean, 3 are Namibian. Their bodies are currently in Botswana. I was listening to Inspector General this morning say he's reached out to those authorities to try and get the bodies back and also just find a solution to this problem, because it's not the first time.
Has there been like a statement from the Botswana officials? I mean, why? How did that thing get in here?
Yeah,
it's a moth. Don't kill it, please.
Yeah.
Hey, how did it get in here?
Her door was open.
Which door? This door is always closed. Like, just wait until we are done with the show.
It's gonna take it.
What is it? What is it?
Yeah, there's a moth flying around in the studio. Anyway, sad day for that family and obviously for us. And I didn't know that you just shoot. You don't know warning. You just start shooting people.
That's why I'm curious to see what are the Botswana officials actually saying? Why did they shoot without warning? Did they mistake them for other people?
They're claiming. It seems like the argument is that they thought they were poachers or whatever. But that's not the point. The point is, even if you did suspect them to be poachers, you don't just shoot people.
Unarmed people.
Yeah, you don't just shoot unarmed people. Yeah. So, let's see what happens there. But it's not a good, in terms of also just like the relationship between the 2 countries, it's not good. Why we still have borders, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, as an African, but yeah.
It's like, they must stay that side with the coronavirus.
It's fine.
Kanjero Z-Man is saying, and this is an argument I hear so much, right? Anyway, our country is better. Check documentaries of other countries in Africa, example, Mali, Liberia, Nigeria. You will thank God for your country. Let me tell you something. Our country is worse. Check documentaries of other countries around the world, like Sweden and
Finland.
And
You always want us to compare to the West and not to the best. Why?
That is a low bar.
Yeah.
I mean, even in Africa, there are other countries that are doing well. Why? So Africa is just supposed to be asshole, like Trump called it, like a bunch of asshole countries.
Yeah.
That's no.
Also, and also, why do we have to compare it to countries that are doing inhumane stuff, like undemocratic, like? It's not normal for people to be slaughtered when they speak out against, say, government or so forth. That's not normal. That's like the fact that we're trying to normalize that by comparing it. Let's not compare ourselves to an abnormal situation. Let us compare ourselves to normal situations. And if we're comparing ourselves to normal situations, we definitely are not doing okay.
Definitely not.
I remember. You know what? If you're young and you're dumb, and you just follow the stream of things, and once you hit that rude awakening of reality of certain things. I remember when I was 18 with our first elections. Guys, I have no idea what a war feels like, what it means to be in a war, how to see people dying around you. And we were like, you know what, so var as dit jy hierdie verkiesing wen, so waar, ons sal oorlog maak, because we must get this country back. I remember in 1994 with the Rwandan genocide, when between the Hutus and the Tutsis, when the perpetrators would have a dedicated radio station where they would tell their supporters to go and kill
all day, every day.
All day, every day. Go and
kill the cockroach. Kill the cockroach. Cut off these tall trees. If you see Paul Kagame, he's a very tall guy.
Yeah.
So those, I don't know if they are Tutsis. They are Tutsis. So go and cut off these tall trees. And that is exactly what people went to go and do.
With machetes
with machetes. They went to go and kill over 400,000 people.
You don't want to hear those stories.
Yeah, and we sit here and we, you know what, we sort of try and massage this rhetoric as that is manet, it wasn't really meant, stuff like that. It's easy that those guys could have said, we were just figuratively speaking. We didn't mean that they must really go and do it.
Exactly,
They still went and do it. We need to be a little bit more responsible. So I do support what Mandela Kapere is saying, and we should just be a little bit more responsible in how we use a public platform. Because you see, the three of us sitting here, words are our weapons as we sit here.
Yeah.
We don't use kap met 'n pik. Soos ander manne in construction use cement and what. That's the tools that they use. Our words here in the studio is defining. We need to be careful.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You guys also need to be careful with your commentary. Mbande Joshua Kashioko. This is in the comment section. Just a disclaimer. I feel like the Southwest African People's Organization are the ones trying to bring in war. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe they're still living in Southwest Africa. Maybe it should become the NPO.
Hello. So why you have to say Southwest African People Organization?
But isn't that not the name of the party?
You can just say SWAPO.
It's the name of the party.
Rebranding.
NAPO.
NPO.
Napo.
Yeah, NPO.
Salif.
Actually, I'll go start my own party, NPO. Please, Charlie, keep your people away from. But actually, I was never part of the party, so I'm not the kind of person he's talking about.
Nampo.
Or
Napo.
Nampo.
Namibia peoples, Nampo.
It doesn't have the same.
And then they will still keep Maniki. Or we put
DTA.
on. This time we put Shaningwa with the other arm.
But the DTA, I think they managed to successfully rebrand. Coming from the old school.
That's not DTA.
But they are a new generation who just don't see the DTA that
No, they were smart. They were smart to do it. I mean, most people don't even know PDM used to be DTA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I think they successfully sort of
They wanted to break from the legacy of the former DTA.
Exactly.
Like pre-independence.
So, yeah.
Kudos to Banani.
Okay, in other news this weekend, we had 2 people that died in Soccermund over the weekend, and then 8 people that died between on the way to from a truck. I think they were driving from the north
7
to
people.
sorry, 7 people driving from the north to the coast. I think they were Kahanja or Chivarongo Road. Tragedy, and then obviously on our neighboring country, and I think this is what was occupying. I just wanted to get the Namibian stuff out of the way.
Yeah. To quickly touch on that accident, guys, that happened on the Chivarongo Road. It's a 7-seater.
Yeah.
And all of you must have seen this horrifying pictures of this car basically lodged underneath this truck.
Oh, I saw that picture.
Now, that's nothing. Now, somebody on our traffic group thought it would be a nice idea to actually go a little bit further.
And then with the bodies.
And take a picture of these trapped bodies. Children that also died in this accident. I saw this picture. Luckily, I didn't open it up. I sort of saw the images from afar, and I decided to delete this picture. Because you know what? You don't want to open anything that disturbs your soul.
Of course.
And I would just, guys, I would just like to urge everybody out there. You know what? I think we need to be a little bit more sensitive when it comes to sharing such horrifying images. There are family members who would rather not want to see their family in a condition like that. So now we're sending these pictures around. Circulating them around because, we get a little rush out of it. Guys, let's think about it. Let's not, on a serious note, let's not do that. Let's respect, the dead.
Respect bodies.
Respect it, man. Don't send that around. And you fool, whoever took that picture, you're the first one who took that picture and started sending that
How do you also I don't know, sometimes I also just think I understand why the media does it, okay? I'm saying taking those type of pictures. I understand why the media does it. We're trained for it. Okay, we really are quite literally trained for it.
Desensitized.
Yeah, but I sometimes wonder, members of the public, why you would pull your car, stop your car. It's an accident. They're clearly bodies, sometimes hanging out, and just it's. It's
a gruesome scene.
It's a gruesome scene, and I've attended a few of those. Like I said, I'm a little bit desensitized. It's my job to be, but. What would make you pull out your phone and
clicks, likes and shares,
tick and go load that or go post it on what would make you
clickbaiting?
Guys, I think let's do a little bit better, by by the loved ones that have to see that. They don't need to see that.
Some introspection, please.
Yeah, some introspection would be good on this matter.
There's a lot of people some of those family members who would rather not see their loved ones' bodies.
Yeah, and not even loved ones. I think just so we don't want to. It's if we, like I said, for me it's part of my job. But you don't want everybody to be sensitized to dead bodies now. It's just so normal. Just seeing dead people is just so normal. It's not normal. You don't want to normalize that. Trust me, it's not a nice thing to see.
I think I've only seen maybe all of 2 dead bodies my whole entire life.
Really? No, yes. I've over the years in the industry I've seen some terrible things that I wish I could say I've completely forgotten, but they're always somewhere there at the back of your mind.
Yeah. Okay. Kom ons lees maar bietjie comments. What the opposition is doing is to take power through the system in hand, not by threatening or trying to take over by force or overwhelming the system in hand. Never from the opposition. I feel so sad that a leader can use such words. Yeah, bit forceful. Praji, going to have moment of silence for the people who lost their young souls over the weekend. We must pray over all the car accidents taking place. We are under spiritual attack. Asino, the meme really wifed that Oshiwambo into Cubase. The R and the L. Say, welcome home, son.
Sorry, I need to quickly just stop you there.
Yeah.
Okay. Maria, can you please just, for the last time, please just explain your tribal makeup very quickly. And if people are like inboxing me here, DMing, asking me, what tribe is Maria? Yeah, I just got another one.
I'm a Kwanyama.
Okay, say again.
Ik is Kwanyama.
Maria Nepolo. Maria is Kwanyama. Okay, she's not colored.
No.
She's
my
not
dad-
Brazilian.
My dad's German, if people are wondering why the color. I'm biracial, but I'm raised Kwanyama, I'm raised Vambo.
Okay.
My mom's Oshivambo.
Okay.
Right. Ndavu Nunyango is saying, why do we compare ourselves that have been independent for... Why do we compare ourselves to countries that have been independent for years? I'm sure when they were 30 years independent, they looked just as good as Namibia, but over time they became eroded by corruption and mismanagement. We are getting there. Yes, we are going to become
If we don't
like
protect
those that we judge if we do not protect.
this democracy.
Dion Chimsizzle, there is a comment made by someone from Botswana. The guy says that our people will be killed and that there's nothing that NDF can do. They will burn down Namibia if we attempt to retaliate. This sounds unsubstantiated, if you ask me.
Yeah, and I think it's stupid. Like, I mean, look at the Botswana like us and Botswana, we're not that different in terms of population size, in terms of governance, in terms of everything. We actually the one country we can compare ourselves to is Botswana.
And I don't think Botswana. Like I do not see such statements coming out of Botswana.
Yeah.
Especially with the relations that we have with Botswana.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Unless it's an individual making it,
Yes, of course. Erastus Jordan Baire. Get peace with the reality that our ruling party isn't what it used to be. Hate speech, it says frying, but I think flying everywhere. I don't
I
know.
think he wrote frying so that you can read it as flying.
So I can read Maria.
I think he did
Low
it on
blow.
purpose.
He continues to say, first, NDF Minister P. Vilo against Gondwana boss and other white elites. Second, our president hate or threatening or intimidating speech against whites or executing their rights or for executing their right. Third, Charlie now, which is totally out of hand. So let's not just defend because we are supporters. Yes, if it's wrong, it's wrong. Kanjengo is that man is saying white people, they brought hatred among African countries. Now if Botswana people sees us, it's like they see enemies of their country. We are supposed to live as great black people's land, Africa.
Well, let's not pretend the concept of hating each other started with a white man, but
yes.
I think it's so. Yeah, I think on this one, let's just take accountability. How we are xenophobic and how we hate each other. That's not a hatred wasn't brought to Africa by a white man.
White men brought us weapons.
Yeah,
we were
Made it
fighting
easy
each
to
other.
fight each
Yeah,
other.
we were fighting each other long before they came.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, one of the tribes committed near genocide on another one of the tribes.
Yep.
None of them were white.
Yep.
Exactly.
The whites were not even here.
Yep.
Yeah, so, BDF never had a war. They are hiding behind U.S. Defense Force. Who? Botswana. BDF is who? Oh, it's Botswana. Botswana Defense Force.
Defense Force.
Yeah.
I remember years ago when we had the dispute with the Kasikili Islands with Botswana. It almost felt like we on the brink of
Civil
engaging
war.
into a war with Botswana.
I'm saying civil war because we might as well be all one country at this point.
Yeah. So, luckily, nothing came of that. And, we don't want situations like this because we've seen this in many other countries, whether it's in Africa, even in Europe. I mean, in Africa, we've seen it between Ethiopia and Eritrea.
Yeah.
Cross-border fighting. We've seen it between Kenya and Ethiopian Al-Shabaab fighters. Cross-border fights, etc., etc. We've seen it at the time when Savimbi was killed, or just before he was killed, where our tourists in our own country on that Rundu Katima strip were ambushed and got killed.
Even in Kenya, Tanzania, I mean, the list goes on.
Goes on and on. We don't need stuff like
Nigeria.
There's no way, there's no region that is, ravaged by these wars that is actually prospering.
Yeah.
Like prospering where the people are doing well, the country, the economy is doing well. Like, I don't know why everybody seems to be, kind of excited by the idea of a war. It's
you don't want the war, guys.
Ek wil julle net sê nee. About 5 years ago, I went to go shoot paintball with my sons because I thought it's such a nice game. Paintball. My broer, I got shot here on my forehead. Right? It was so painful. I'm standing behind this drum. So, come on, you need to shoot each other.
Yeah.
My broer, after that, I play on the tough. I'm not shooting. Mommy. It is so painful. That gave me an idea what a war is. En julle wat nie ken nie, boere kan skiet.
Met 'n teleskoop. Moenie met 'n lanie met 'n teleskoop speel nie, my broer.
So,
met 'n pistool nog kan jy hom rond weghardloop, maar met 'n teleskoop.
My broer, daai boertjies hulle skiet van 3 jaar oud af. It's but the first time I'm shooting paintball. Daai boertjies, just as I lift my head, you see the bullet coming.
Hy check net daar by jou kop is.
I never did that thing again. It's nonsense.
Guys, the Burkis are on our side now. It's a good thing that they know how to shoot. At least, let's know op die span.
Hulle trek laar. So, if you want to have an idea what war is like, go book yourself at the nearest paintball.
Hey, maar hy goed skiet seer.
I was shot in a joke.
Were you shot?
No, I shot some in a joke.
You shot someone?
Yeah, at the time he was my boyfriend. He was without a shirt. So I just
Maria.
And that thing was bruised for a very long time. I felt so bad.
Yeah.
Then
you should be feeling bad. How could
no, it
you?
was, they done. And then the gun just went off.
No,
that was biased. I mean, it like his back, like around it was bruised. And I mean, black bruised for like maybe 2-3 weeks. If
you would sit down, anybody would have the opportunity to sit down with Chris, or whoever who's been on either side of the war, and the horror stories these guys would tell you what happens in battle. Jy wil nie. Los maar net. Seriously. So whether it's a civil war, whether it's a cross-border war, let's not perpetuate anything in that regard.
Look, the only experience of sort of combat that most of these people have is Call of Duty and stuff, where literally you can get shot in the head and then restart the game and play again. That doesn't happen like that in real life. If you're gone, you're gone. I see they grappen nie.
Yeah. And then, okay, maybe before we close off, just, I know yesterday social media was wild with the passing of the
Zimbabwean guy.
Ginimbi.
Give me a little bit more info about this guy. Is he a musician?
No. He's a businessman. He's in gas.
I see.
So it's a tycoon.
It's a tycoon. Yeah. He was estimated, apparently the estimation at the time of his death, nobody really knew because his companies were not listed. But, there's an estimation, anything from $10 million to $100 million. That was his worth. That's a rough estimation.
He's doing quite well for himself.
Oh, yeah. The guy had a fleet of how many vehicles? 10, 12? And I'm talking about... Yeah, I'm talking about luxury. So, so what he's known for ultimately, because now he's a socialite, because his money, he likes most nice things. So he's known for hosting big exclusive parties, and he's a party boy. And then obviously, on social media, he's not shy about flaunting his wealth. Like he purchases luxury sports cars, and he always wears designer. He's been involved in some obviously controversies back home. But yeah, he's I mean, he's a socialist. Like, he's known by anybody or everybody who's in Zimbabwe, and obviously that has also extended because he was in Namibia as well. So there's some Namibians that also knew about him, and obviously in South Africa and I would say Southern Africa. He's also had some business dealings there. So it seems he appeared to have, I don't know if it was because he also owns a club, so I don't know if the party was at his club. But one of the girls, I think she goes by the nickname of Moena. She's a fitness instructor or whatever. I seem to have had a birthday party at his club, and he attended. And then afterwards, they were driving back. She was in the back seat with another friend. I think he was driving, and then there was a third girl in the front seat. He obviously not wearing his seatbelt because as the videos are circulating, you can see in the Rolls Royce he had it clipped at the back, so it doesn't make noise. The account of those people that witnessed it, he was definitely speeding. It appears he was on his phone. Whether he was doing an Instagram is now not clear. And obviously there was alcohol involved because they're coming from a club. This is around between 5 and 6. They're coming from a club where this big party was happening. And he bumped into is it a Fiat? Is that a, what's that small?
They said it's a Fiat.
Yeah, a Fiat. Bumped into a Fiat. Nothing really happened to that car, but then he was flung out of the car.
Fiat looks...
Yeah, I mean, in comparison to a Rolls Royce. But anyway, he got flung out because he's not wearing a seatbelt, and then obviously the car went and...
Off the road, hit a tree.
Yeah, hit a tree. And I was just watching this Zimbabwe national broadcaster clip where they're speaking to some of the first guys on the scene, and they said they could hear the girls screaming in the car. So they try, and the girls were asking for help, like, help us, help us. So they were trying to get the girl in the front was wearing her seatbelt. So they were trying to undo it so that they can pull her out, but the car was catching fire. So the one guy's hand got burnt. And they had to move away, and just as they moved away, the car, exploded.
So this girl died?
No, 3 girls.
Or some of them were still alive?
Yeah, they were still alive at the time of the accident.
Burned?
Yeah, the explosion killed them. Yeah, the explosion is what killed them. And he was apparently alive. Then they went over to his body. He must have been alive for apparently 5 minutes after the accident. And then he took his last breath and he died. So very unfortunate.
Mind you, I know that road, that specific road. A few years ago, I was driving down that road. It's just past the state house of former President Mugabe.
Yeah.
On your way to Borrowdale, and it's quite a long straight road where you can really hit it.
Yeah.
I can still, when I saw the road, I was like, man, I know this road. We went down this road a few times, late at night, exactly at that time.
Sorry, just to correct, it's not a Fiat. That's what I was trying to, I know it's a Fit something, but it's a Honda Fit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to, because Fiat,
I remember the first, I think, pictures that Shane sent, it said Fiat. But anyway, Honda Fiat.
Again.
Makes no difference.
Again, somebody thought it well suited to take a picture of this guy's dead body.
Yeah.
And to make a nice video of his dead body as he's lying there.
The guy on the bicycle, he's like, he doesn't want to take the video. He's taking it scallop pieces.
Yeah.
This shows that we know that it's actually not right what we're doing, but we still choose to do it.
And then Damon is saying it was 2 girls and 1 guy that burnt in the car. Is the other one a guy?
Okay.
Is the other one a guy? So the 2 girls at the back. So the one in the front was what, a guy? Yeah, because the video shows the two girls in the back. I didn't know the second one was, because I know it's 4 people that died. But when they read the names, because they put out a statement, it just sounded like girls' names for me.
Yeah, the guy has a name that sounds like a
Okay, so apparently that's what it is. The guy's name sounds like a girl's name, so that's why.
All right, I see there's also another sort of theme coming through the comments here. The guy was shot. That's the latest news. Maria, there are 2 bullet holes in that car.
I saw.
What?
We saw that, but I don't know if I want to go. Yeah, this where the car is burning. I mean, social media is obviously running, and then they circle this seeming bullet holes, but it's not confirmed. Now it's just speculation. I think let's just wait.
Yeah, because they were suspecting it could be he had a gun in his car, and then after the fire.
Oh yeah, that's also apparently the other.
Also possible, yes.
That's the other speculation.
Yeah.
That he had a gun in his. Sorry, people can't hear Sean, so I'm just repeating that there was a gun in his car, and obviously when the car exploded, it went off, and that's the bullets you see are from a gun that was inside his car. Also a possibility. I don't think it's a secret that he carried a gun.
Yeah.
No, if you're that rich, so what?
Yeah.
And that affluent in a country like Zimbabwe, of course you must be carrying a gun.
Yeah, because the people that the people on the scene did not hear. They were very clear. They did not hear any gunshots prior to the crash.
Okay.
So yeah.
Right. But the version of the bystanders is that he was not flung out of the car. He was the only person they managed to pull out, and before they could pull out the rest, the car burst into flames.
Oh.
No, apparently it was definitely flung out.
Alright, Liba Hiskia, we won't fix the traffic laws. People are still buying driver's licenses in Namibia. Traffic rot.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Because Estomich is saying, apparently, as foreigners, we are afraid to come die on the Namibian roads on holiday. Come on, as foreigners.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you are a foreigner?
Braji Gontep, it's a yellow hope and stories. Kom terug Namibia se stories toe asseblief. Asseblief.
Sit toch daai ding eers bietjie aan, man.
Nee, ek is moeg vir aan en af nog van die ding. Laat die maar net play soos is. Roviera is saying, somebody said the Zim dude that died, Kama ignored her DMs, so say worry nie.
Ooh, Roviera.
Die culture ne. Yeah. All right. Damon Shandaro, we need strict traffic laws in Namibia to help curb the reckless driving that causes so many accidents. As a former paramedic, I can tell you that arriving at some crash scenes will haunt you. Imagine having to pick up pieces of crash victims' body parts. We need to do better on our roads. But is it our traffic laws that are inadequate, or is it us, the drivers, who are irresponsible?
It's us.
It's us. It's us. Again, you know what?
It's by a turn, you're not supposed to turn. There's a blind spot, you overtake. I told you, like, I'm driving that road in the morning and it's just...
Nee. It's not
makkelijk. People are just reckless.
Nee, ons is reckless op die roads. Like, it's actually annoying. It is, even here in the city. Forget, like, for instance, this long distance travel. Not here, like, just drive around a bit later, a bit towards like maybe 10, 11 in the evenings, and you see how many reckless drivers there are on the road. People speeding through traffic lights. People just squeezing. It's just making life uncomfortable for everybody else on the road.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
Again, we were sort of very fortunate that for 6 months or 7 months this year, due to the lockdowns, there was minimal traveling on Namibian roads.
Yeah.
I think we had one of our best ever Easter figures in the history of this country, because nobody died that weekend. Because the whole country was in lockdown. Now the country is open. We have these long distance drivers, and something like that happens, like what happened over the weekend. It's really, really sad to see that.
Yeah.
Ek kyk dan vir myself on Friday night when we left our little party. So I'm alone on that road, driving on the Western Bypass. But, you see nothing and you see nobody around you. And you drive a little bit faster than you normally would do. Okay? And if you're not careful, something can happen.
Of course.
So, self-discipline is so important.
Yeah. Vitaleni Hamea. What about implementing dual roads? Ons is reckless, but the regime should also bring its part. It's an idea, but
Well, can I just say something? Namibia has some of the best roads in the world. Surprisingly, shock, horror.
Yes,
we actually do.
Some of the best road networks.
Yes.
Yes.
And just even the maintenance of the roads.
Yes.
We actually have we get this prestigious award about having beautiful roads.
Yes.
The problem is not the roads, by the way. Even if you do a double lane, the problem is the attitude on the road.
Yes.
So until the motorists get the right attitude, it doesn't help. We can have like 5 lanes, and it still wouldn't matter if our attitude on the road is wrong. And ultimately, that is the problem. It's all us. It's us. Our behavior is what is wrong and what's causing the accidents on the road. So we need to correct ourselves. When I say we, I'm talking about the drivers.
Yes. Braji Gontep, never, like I said, it is satanic cults on the rise. We forget to pray before we travel. But, all right, Owen Sivula, there was no gun explosion, people. The holes were as a result of a tool the emergency guy used to try and open the door. It is also on video.
Yeah,
and then he says, tabloids. Wait, the emergency guy, wasn't the car burning by the time the emergency services came?
No, but the holes that they're saying is after the car.
Oh, so that's like from afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards, where they started identifying these supposed bullet holes.
Yeah.
I saw it, but I didn't want to go with that version.
Now, why are you putting that on us? That is actually a narrative that you guys brought up in the comments. But in any case, haters, they gon' hate. Guyton Curtis says, did you guys see the metal coffins used to take their bodies to the mortuary?
I saw that.
I saw that. But I mean, what I understand, people say, yeah, well, you see how we live, we all die the same way. I don't know why people are trying to justify poverty. I was just like, wow, okay. Well, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. But anyway.
Maar ek stel nie belang jy kan gaan, jy kan my ook in 'n boks.
Yeah, it's like, be worried, I think.
It's all right.
And then Ronnie Joe seems to think I'm joking when I say that Namibia is amongst the best roads in the world. It actually really does. It's not even, I mean, go Google.
We have some of the best road networks in the world. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Like, go Google. Don't even take my word for it.
Ask your tourist friends. As ons hierso, Neville, los jou kop. Dis waarom is oor die satanic cults. Jy moet bid voor jy ry.
Yes, but we can't blame Lucifer for everything that we are doing wrong.
Yeah.
Sometimes the devil just chilled there. Die praat niks gedoen nie, like, you know.
And sometimes the devil is a lie.
Like I said, it's yeah. I mean, how many times have you been on the road and you're just like, it's a Yiriman. You can see it's a hill. You can't see oncoming. It's a clear blind spot. It's by a turn. It's by a curve. But this person is still emboldened to overtake. Like, it's just so many times, and you're just like, but what? I have those moments all the time. Every time I'm on a distance road, just like, what, Makela? What are you doing? And the worst thing is, you know, if something happens to that vehicle, they're taking people with them. It won't be that vehicle alone in most cases.
Yes.
There'll be an impact with another.
You're endangering
innocent.
others.
You're exactly.
There was a boy, I think his picture was also floating on social media this past weekend, from Windhoek, colored boy. Also on that road between Walfish Bay and Swakopmund. Also a sad situation that happened this weekend. Apparently somebody overtook and bumped right into him. Boy also passed on.
Is it the two that died in Swakopmund by the Langstrand?
Yeah.
I reported on those. Unfortunately, it was apparently some vehicle was too slow, and the other one decided to overtake without, and then there was the oncoming. Youngish people actually.
Mary, I'm telling you, there are nights I would have a show in Walfish Bay, and I would drive back to Swakopmund. Then it's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, driving back from Walfish Bay to Swakopmund. And it's misty.
Yeah.
The fear that I drive with.
Yeah.
Not because
of you, it's other people.
Yeah, of other people. And you would see the speed that these guys come from Swakopmund back to Walfish Bay. Yo.
Yeah.
I almost drive half completely off the road.
Yeah.
In case something happens.
Yeah. Yes. People don't care.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. John Jane, let me read maybe one or two more comments. Is it not in Africa, Maria, you should drive between Marienthal and Keetmanshoop and tell me about Best Road. Just bumps for 200 kilometers. All right, and Anya van Neel shared rankings here. Top 10 African countries with quality roads. Namibia ranked number 1 in Africa. We are number 23 in the world.
That's a good number.
The highest ranked African country on that list.
Yes.
All right, so let's just leave it there. Senegal is number 71. Wow, okay. Stephanus, are you saying if I don't pray before I travel, I will die? You guys can have that conversation amongst yourself. Vitalini saying, come on, my people. It won't fully mitigate, but it will reduce the head-on collisions as a blifter. Yes, we understand, but with an ailing economy, guys, do you know how expensive it is to build a
just
road?
Even a 10-kilometer road. Do you know how much a 10-kilometer road costs?
It's like, yeah.
We have other priorities. I'm saying we can actually solve the accident one by changing our
mindset.
So yes, just for now,
Not
until we have
throwing
money, we
money
can't
at it.
keep throwing money to roads in this ailing economy where health system needs it, where school system needs it, you know?
Yes, exactly.
And now just because we're trying to avoid people
just
being
because
reckless.
you want to drink, drive, and speed.
Yes.
From what I remember, I think I had a conversation with a construction guy one time, who told me to tar 1 kilometer of road would cost you anything between 1.5 to 2 million Namibian dollars.
Yep.
So multiply that by
300 kilometers.
Between Okahanya and Ochivarongo, which is 175 kilometers.
Yes.
Do the math. Okay? Do the math.
And remember, this is firstly, most of the land next to the road is owned by not government. Like the same that they had to do here with the Windhoek-Okahanja road, they had to actually buy out some of those farmers, just that little piece of land where they are coming to come build the new road.
Yeah.
Or you rent it and we pay for the next 99 years. You know, most those 99 years.
We might be able to afford this, you know, if we don't have issues like fish rot.
No.
Yeah, that is true. But fish rot is here.
It is here.
I mean, there's fish rot, diamond rot, there's a lot of rots.
Ek het nie gepraat van diamond rot nie.
There's even
Jay
bank
begin met
rot.
sulke storie.
There's even bank rot. Free Michael's money.
That is our cue to go.
Cubase, listen, just in closing. So I was looking for you on Friday night and you just vanished.
I was looking for you. You went up to VIP, I think, and
I wanted you to come up to VIP, maar jy was mos met mevrou gewees.
No. En
Wat goed praat julle?
dat wil jy nou vir my en vir mevrou ek saam vat VIP toe.
Kom as ek gaan nou nie.
No, you
were
were busy. Sorry, can you leave us alone?
You are off limits for the next 2 months. Only then will your time free up for
now
us.
Now that I have a man, we can do couple things. Jy kom met my vrou, jy kom met my vrou, ek kom met meneer.
Oh, meneer. Meneer.
But how long did you stay after that?
Oh, bro, we left. We left like from there. We went someplace else. And it's my phone is pop. I'm trying to look for you. So I got home like 4 in the morning.
Ek is dan bly I went home.
Ek dink maar was met bra.
4 o'clock.
Because I checked, and then I was looking for you because I actually wanted to come tell you I'm leaving, but then I saw you go standing there by the stairs, going up to VIP. I was like, you know.
So Jay, you think, you know what, you don't want to just come and call me out.
And also, I don't want to come there and then like, hello, ek is met Neville. Like, because I didn't have a VIP pass, you know. Man, I was like, no, nobody's allowed here. It's like,
I was looking for you. I really wanted to hang with you then.
They were even suggesting, because there was something happening at Funky Lab. I think Sunny Boy had something happening. It's like, hey, should we go check that out? I'm like, weet je wat, if you guys want to go out, ne, julle kan maar cheap. Ek gaan huis toe.
So I got home like 4 o'clock the morning.
Jy kan gaan klop.
Jy moet nog klop in jou eie huis.
Ja, ek moet klop.
Waar is jou key?
Mevrou het opgestaan. Is dit nou die tyd wat jy hier aankom? So the event stop now. I said, yeah, it stopped now.
As jy weer vra, moet jy vir sê, would you have preferred I stay until the morning? At least I came home.
So me, Gaza, them and the guys, we continued with the thing.
Met die kabaza.
Ja, met die kabaza.
But
But it was cool. It was cool.
Rovier, ek het gesê, meneer, nou, Rovier begin weer 'n ander story.
Wat sê?
Kom maar, it says, so he's a teacher from Katima Airways, Maria.
Nee, man, this Maria's guy now is doing too many things. He's too busy.
Mitri.
Meneer.
Mitri Simata.
Yeah, Mitri Simata.
Simasiko. Yeah. No, guys. Thank you very much for joining us today.
That's our time.
Yeah.
As difficult as this Monday started off, I think we sort of managed to get through it for the first part of the Monday with the show. So, gaan werk julle, ons wil ook werk. We are so inspired to do everything today.
So that we can do nothing for the rest of the week. Right.
And those that to the students who are starting with exams this week.
Oh, yes.
Good luck.
Oh yes.
Yes, good luck with that. Wishing you all the best, and get those paper. Get that paper.
My kids also started with exams today, so
Yeah, it's that time of the year. Yeah.
Sharp.
Feels geluk. All right. Catch Kaufman. Don't forget to catch Kaufman.
Geluk.
Yeah, good luck.
Your Afrikaans just nee.
Feels like his birthday.
No, feels geluk is congratulations.
Oh.
Yeah.
And good luck is geluk.
Voorspoed. Here, weet jy.
I don't know what else I didn't know.
Voorspoed.
Voorspoed, ja, shut
Isn't that a speedy
As hulle
recovery?
sê voorspoed vir die nuwe jaar, so they say good luck with the new year.
Nee, voorspoed met die examens. Alle voorspoed vorentoe.
No, voorspoed in die nuwe jaar, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's also
Good luck with the new year.
Yeah.
Nee, that doesn't make sense. We need to get a linguistic expert in the studio.
What did you say?
Feels geluk.
Feels geluk.
Yeah, a lot of lucky.
I thought feels like his happy birthday.
Yeah, feels geluk. You know what?
No.
Verjaarsdag. No, that's No, it is verjaarsdag is birthday. No, it is happy birthday.
Gelukkige
verjaarsdag.
Feels geluk.
Ja.
But you can't say feels geluk.
Feels geluk, lieve Mikey, omdat jy verjaar.
That's where I'm coming from.
Okay, ons is weg.
As you journey through life towards your retirement goal, build your wealth with Elite Save. Earn 8.5% compound interest on your investment term, while choosing when and how you receive your interest returns. It's tailor-made to help you succeed. For more info, SMS Elite Save to 31844 and we will call you back. Underwritten by Trustco Life.